Good evening, good evening. It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless, Peace and Blessings. Today is still March the 3rd or March the 4th. I think it's March 4th, 2025, Tuesday. And let me double check that. Let me double check that. Yeah, it is March 4th. Yeah, 2025, Tuesday. And as the title says, we're going to get straight to it. I won't be here long. Will President Trump cut Medicaid? Because I've been getting a lot of people hitting me up about that, you know. And for my position, everybody that I know that has Medicare or Medicaid, I don't know anybody that is not being able to go to the doctor or the dentist. Everybody's still able to go about their normal way. And I don't remember Trump saying that he was going to cut anything. I know that they said that they were going to go in and look for fraud, people that are not here anymore, that are receiving benefits and things of that nature. But it's just these false narratives, what I'm saying, that I be having to like, man, let me go on here and do a little research on to get some confirmation. And, it doesn't take long for you to get to the bottom of anything. Google, we have the World Wide Web at our fingertips, and it's just easy to find what you need. Now, you do have to consider the source, and a lot of these leftist media platforms will send you clean off. So you got to be careful where you get your information from. But this is actually CBS News, and it's coming straight from the man's mouth. So let's check that out.
Back to Washington, covering Congress and the president's push for what he calls the one big beautiful bill. That budget bill adopted in the House after Speaker Mike Johnson and the president had to make some calls to Republican holdouts. After canceling the vote, the House sent members home just to have them return around minutes later and finish the job. So who held out only to get calls from the president? Well, here they are. In the end, everyone you see here switched positions, except for Congressman Thomas Massey from Kentucky there. He was the sole Republican member to vote no. Moments ago, President Trump got this question about what this bill means for your Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security.
Okay, so Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. So he's finna knock three birds, one stone. Let's go.
The spending bill that passed last night aims to cut $2 trillion. Right. Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security will not be touched?
Yeah, I mean, I have said it so many times, you shouldn't be asking me that question. Okay? This will not be read my lips. It won't be read my lips anymore. We're not going to touch it. Now, we are going to look for fraud. I'm sure you're okay with that, like people that shouldn't be on, people that are illegal aliens and others, criminals in many cases. And that's with Social Security. And a lot of people, you see that immediately when you see people that are 200 years old that are being sent checks for Social Security. Some of them are.
Two people, the man just said he not touching none of that. He looking for fraud. So unless you 200 years old, I think you cool. You know what I'm saying? If you receive it, and I remember him coming out saying, the cuts that he's doing is not going to affect people. They get individual benefits, personal benefits. We said that on Voices for the Voiceless before, but for some reason, people keep regurgitating this narrative, and it's just not true. So I said that will be my mission today. So I'm gonna let President Trump rock out. But yeah, man, you got people out here getting checks for Social Security that's not even here anymore, and the taxpayers are covering that expense. So let's continue.
Actually being sent checks, so we're tracing that down, and I have a feeling that Pam is going to do a very good job with that. But you have a lot of fraud.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So in essence, it's just basically we trimming the fat and we're gonna concentrate on getting a lot of that fraud and abuse to back to the American citizens. You know what I'm saying? So it's a win-win on the real. But this is kind of how it works.
Let's go live now to CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns. Caitlin, great to be with you. The president says they're not going to touch Medicare, Medicaid. Is this the last we're going to hear about it, though?
Probably not. What he has said today is something that he has been saying for weeks now, that he doesn't want to touch these programs. The thing is, the trick is that this bill that was passed by the House last night, it does not mention Medicaid, but what it does do is it directs the various committees across the House that are dealing with spending cuts to find savings. And it especially tasks the House Commerce Committee, which oversees Medicaid, Medicare, and other programs to find over $800 million in spending. So
yeah, so basically, you know, he's doing audits. So it might be a little freezing here and there because the administration is going in and they're auditing everything. They're checking to see, you know, what should be cut and what should be kept. So doing these audits, that I mean, the system might experience a little freezing here and there, but it's basically like you're cleaning house, and they have to cover like $2 trillion in spendage. So they're trying to trim the fat, and man, actually, he's doing in the long run the American people a great service.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of cuts that they want to make, and that money has to come from somewhere. So there have been proposals to at least look at Medicaid and other programs as well to see if there are ways to get those savings. Now, I asked I asked the Speaker of the House, Johnson, yesterday if he could unequivocally rule out that they won't touch Medicaid, and he said what the president said today, which is that we want to look at waste, fraud, and abuse. The question is, if you tackle all of that, does that equal $800 billion in spending cuts and savings? That remains an open question. The devil is in the details, and you're going to see kind of this highlighted moving forward. And I should note, this is going to be a long process. What they passed yesterday was really just the start. It's just a blueprint, a framework. Now begins the really difficult work of actually putting in policy, and that also has to get a vote eventually too.
Yeah, speaking of.
Yeah, so this is something that, you know, is just a framework, you know. So when people out here crashing out, man, got you tripping out about, oh, Trump gonna cut this, cut that. For one, what he's doing is not affecting people that receive individual benefits. He's not trying to hurt the American people that need Medicaid and Medicare. I'm seeing people crashing out over that, losing their top. You know, if you're not an illegal immigrant, if you're not a deceased person, if you're not somebody that's frauding the system, then you don't have anything to worry about. But what say you? Drop it off in the comment section. It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. We love y'all. Until we speak to you soon, have a blessed evening. Hey, we might be. No, I ain't gonna say that. Talk to you soon.